Have you ever said something in English that was grammatically perfect and still sounded like a textbook? Today, we are telling you exactly what is missing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Nest. I'm Mia, and I'm here with Max.
Hey everyone, I'm Max, and today we are going after something that matters more than vocabulary.
Sounding natural.
Because you can know every grammar rule perfectly and still sound like you are reading from a manual.
And that gap between correct and natural is what we are closing today.
Mia, I want to start with a confession.
Go ahead.
When I first tried to learn French, my sentences were perfectly structured, textbook grammar.
And
every French person I spoke to visibly tensed when I started talking.
because it sounded so formal?
So formal, like I was filing a legal document instead of ordering a coffee.
That is the textbook trap. You'll learn the rules, but not how people actually speak.
The rules and the reality are very different things.
The single biggest thing that makes English sound unnatural?
Contractions, or rather, not using them.
When people learn English formally, they are often taught the full forms. I am, I will, I cannot.
And those are correct, but in casual conversation, nobody says them.
I am going to the shop becomes I'm going to the shop. Instantly more natural.
I cannot make it becomes I can't make it.
I will see you later becomes I'll see you later.
The full forms I am, I cannot, I will sound like you are making an announcement at a press conference.
Not ordering a coffee.
Try it right now. Say, I am very tired out loud. Then say, I'm very tired.
The second one takes less effort. It flows.
That flow is what naturalness feels like.
Now, something that surprises a lot of learners. Filler words.
Learners are often taught to avoid them. Do not say Do not say
But native speakers use them all the time.
All the time. Every single day.
Mean. I am still thinking. Give me a moment.
Well means I am about to say something considered.
I mean, I am clarifying or correcting myself.
You know, I am checking you are following me.
Kind of, and sort of soften what you are saying. Make it less absolute.
It was kind of overwhelming, not completely, but somewhat.
It was sort of awkward. Same idea.
Hedging means softening a statement, making it less definite.
These words make you sound human. Without them, you sound like a robot reading a script.
And nobody wants to have a conversation with a robot.
Ha! Not great for retention.
Now, how words actually connect when native speakers talk.
This one trips learners up a lot because they hear something and cannot identify the words.
Because the words have changed shape.
Going to becomes gonna. Want to becomes wanna.
Have to becomes have to. Out of becomes oughta.
Didja becomes didja, as in did ya eat?
What are you becomes whatcha. What you doing?
These are not lazy or incorrect. They are standard features of natural fast speech.
Every native speaker uses them. Every single one.
So when you hear gonna, you know it means going to.
And when you use it in the right casual context, you sound much more like a real English speaker.
The right casual context. This is key. You would not use gonna in a job interview.
But with a friend, completely natural.
Context tells you everything.
Now, something I think is one of the most underrated naturalness skills.
Tell us.
How you respond while someone else is talking.
Native speakers are constantly making small sounds and comments while listening.
Oh, wow, really? No way. Right, exactly. Totally.
These signals say, I am with you. Keep going.
Without them, a conversation feels one-sided, like you're talking to a wall.
A wall does not respond, it just receives.
You do not want to be the wall.
Got it. You understand. Makes sense. It is logical. Fair enough. You accept the point.
These are tiny, but they change everything about how natural a conversation feels.
They show presence.
Presence means being fully in the moment, actively engaged, not just waiting for your turn.
Now, intonation. Because how you say something changes the meaning completely.
Take the word really, one word, 3 totally different meanings.
Really? That is surprise. Are you serious?
Really? Completely flat. That is skepticism. You do not quite believe what you just heard.
Really? That is delight. That is amazing.
Same word, completely different emotion depending on your voice.
Native speakers do this without thinking.
And the way to absorb it is not to study rules. It is to listen.
Watch a show you enjoy with English subtitles. Do not study it. Just watch.
Notice when the voice goes up, when it goes flat, when it carries warmth.
Your brain is pattern matching constantly.
Pattern matching means finding regularities in what you observe, building instincts.
Over time, the right intonation arrives without you forcing it.
You just start doing it. One day you will hear yourself and think, that sounded right.
Now, the thing I personally think makes the biggest difference of all?
Tell us.
Responding to the person, not just the topic.
Say more.
Someone tells you they just got a promotion at work. Most learners ask, "Oh, what is the new role?"
Which is a fine question, but it is about the topic.
A natural response notices the person. "You must be so pleased." Or, "You have been working toward that for a while, haven't you?"
That response says, I was listening to you, not just to the information.
That is what makes someone feel heard.
Heard means truly listened to, understood, not just processed.
And that feeling of being heard is what makes people want to keep talking to you.
In any language, but building it in English is a real skill.
The skill is attention, genuine attention.
And now you have the tools to show it.
One more thing that I think is genuinely underrated when it comes to sounding natural.
Tell us.
Your pace, specifically slowing down.
Most learners think sounding natural means speaking fast.
But native speakers pause. They hesitate. They take a moment before answering.
That pause is not weakness, it is thinking.
And thinking looks like confidence.
Let me give you an example. If someone asks me, what do you think about that? And I immediately answer at full speed,
It can sound rehearsed, like you already had the answer waiting.
but if I pause, take a breath, and then say, that is a good point. Let me think about that.
You sound thoughtful. You sound present.
Present means fully in the moment, not rushing past it.
And the listener feels like their question genuinely made you think.
Which is the best thing you can do for someone in a conversation.
Make them feel like what they said mattering.
Now, the phrase I mean, because this one does so much work in natural English.
Is everywhere.
Everywhere. Native speakers use it to clarify, to correct, to buy time.
It was fine. I am revising my earlier statement slightly.
At least it stopped raining, adding a positive spin.
I am gathering my next thought.
And what I love about is that it sounds completely natural in all 3 uses.
You do not have to decide which version you are using. Just let it happen.
Just let it happen. That is the most advanced naturalness advice there is.
Because at a certain point, you stop performing naturalness and start being it.
Performing means doing something deliberately to create an impression.
Being, it means it has become part of how you actually speak.
That shift happens gradually, through listening, through speaking, through not being afraid to try.
Try imperfectly. That is the only way.
Every time you use gonna instead of going to in a casual conversation.
Every time you say I mean while you are thinking.
Every time you respond with, oh, wow, really? Instead of staying silent.
You are building something,
A relationship with the language?
and that relationship is what naturalness is.
Not rules, not vocabulary. A relationship.
One final thought on naturalists.
Go ahead.
The learners who sound most natural are not the ones who studied the most.
They are the ones who were the least afraid.
The least afraid to get things wrong. The least afraid to sound imperfect.
Because naturalness lives on the other side of self-consciousness.
Self-consciousness means being overly aware of how you appear to others.
When you are self-conscious, you monitor every word.
And monitoring every word is the opposite of flow.
Flow means the smooth, effortless movement from one thought to the next.
The goal is not to stop caring about how you sound.
It is to care less, just slightly less each time.
Until one day you are in a conversation and you realize you forgot to be nervous.
That moment, that is the one.
That is what all of this is building toward.
Today's question, what feels least natural to you when speaking English?
Tell us in the comments. We want to know exactly what to work on next.
If you are enjoying English Nest, please subscribe right now. New episode every single day.
Hit the like button, share with a friend learning English, and we will see you in the next episode.
See you next time, everyone.